When the Mets are acquiring reliever after reliever after reliever, Dave Dombrowski doesn't look at his team and say, all right, I've got to do something in order to match what the Mets have doing. I've got to acquire a reliever now because the Mets have. Does John Middleton, the Phillies owner, call up Dave Dombrowski and say, dude, are you paying attention to the fact that the Mets traded for Soto? Not that Soto. They signed that Soto, the Soto from the Orioles. No, no. I am paying attention to that because it went even crazier, John. The Mets, not just did they acquire Soto, but did you see what they did today? Pretending I was having the conversation yesterday. They got Tyler Rogers from the Giants. Tyler Rogers, the twin brother of Tyler, the one who looks like Chad Bradford. It looks like that he's going to hurt his pinky on the dirt. That Tyler Rogers. The Tyler Rogers who has a 1.80 ERA this year. That Tyler Rogers. The Tyler Rogers who the Giants all of a sudden are in the sell mode because you need a bullpen to win, even with Devers. And by trading Tyler Rogers for prospects, now, do they get 3 good prospects and a 3-for-1? Don't know. Seems as though the Mets paid a hefty price. It looks as though that they got top prospects, ready to go big leaguers. Maybe. We'll see, but that's not really what I was focused on. I was focused on the Mets realizing in their desire to win the World Series, you can't have a bullpen that is 26th in ERA for the last 2 months. You're not going to win. You can't have a bullpen that gives you the most losses in baseball in the last 2 months, who's walking everyone, blowing saves left, right, and center. You know that your starting pitching is mediocre with a capital M, which means your bullpen's going to have a lot of innings, which means you got to bolster it. This is standard for David Stearns to look at his team and realize this is what he needs to do. So when you acquire Soto, you say, that's a good start. Let's go get Tyler Rogers. You go get him and say, that's good. Let's do more. And then they get Ryan Helsley from the Cardinals, who led the league in saves last year. Don't forget, this is a closer. Is it crazy to have multiple closers, multiple eighth inning guys? No, it's exactly what you need. As the season winds down in the next 2 months, there's a third of a season left, plus an extra month in October. Bullpen arms end up like jelly. I want to say that better, Coco. 4869. As you get toward the end of a season, if you're going to have a deep playoff run, your bullpen arms are going to act and look as though they are kaput. Where the bullpen arms are so tired that they're blowing saves, giving up hits. And if you can have an opportunity to have more than one closer, you take that opportunity. Plus, you know in the playoffs that starting pitching that doesn't start is going to relieve in the playoffs. We saw it with the Dodgers, won the World Series in 20 with Urias, the starter, holding the ball, the final out. Last year, Walker Buehler holding the ball, final out. Very, very common for starters. We used Josh Beckett, Dontrell Willis. We used everybody as a reliever. That's what you do because no matter how you slice it, no matter what year it is in the baseball calendar for the last 25 plus years, bullpen arms can't make it a full season, which is why it is so important to sign bullpen arms that are mediocre in the offseason. What do I mean? We would ask our scouts and our GM, find us a bunch of middling bullpen people. We'll offer them $1 million to $2 million, bring them onto the team because we could hit it big. Hitting it big is when you have a bullpen arm who outperforms and is really hot during the season up to the deadline. Then you get to trade him and get back a haul because that is what contending teams want. And if you're contending, great. You keep the bullpen arm. If you're not contending, you move them along and you get to cash in. You can't be married to your bullpen arms if you are a general manager. They are interchangeable. They come and they go. Long-term deals for bullpen arms rarely work. You have to be the best of the best in order for a long-term deal to truly work. It is so smart of the Mets to go get who's hot. Doesn't matter that Tyler Rogers is going to be a free agent at the end. Totally different than a rental bat. A rental bullpen arm is exactly what you should want as a team. Rental bats, harder to explain. Rental starters, cool, like CC Sabathia with the Brewers, great rental. But in general, a starter with control more than just the year of the trade is preferred. Bullpen arms, not required. Is it a benefit, as we'll see with what the Twins did with the Phillies? Yes. But is it required? No.